Alright, I think we're online now. Hey everybody, welcome aboard. Captain Mike here. Today we're going to run a Viva Aerobus flight in Mexico. So we're in Chihuahua, and we're going to head on over to Santa Lucia. So in the real world, this flight ran about an hour and 40 minutes, just about. So we're going to see just how close we can come to that. Everything's cold and dark. I just got in here. All the paperwork is done. So I'm just getting ready to get started. Hey, Fly Simulations, how's it going? You just caught me. I just got in here. Everything's cold and dark. Alright, I've got my load data sheet. You should have the information there. Let me give you the CDU. So you'll be able to follow along when we get to that part. Alright, I've got my load data sheet, so let's go. DC battery selected to bat. DC battery switch is on guarded. Standby powers auto guarded. Alternate flaps are off guarded. Fuel pump switches are off. Wipers are set to park. Hydraulic electric pumps 2 and 1 are off. Landing gears down. We've got 3 green. 3 green on the aft overhead. Weather radar is set to test. Master caution reset. Fault in up. And overheat fire. High ground power is available. And let's confirm with the AC selector. Alright, let's get set for unconditioned air here. And galley power. Let's get the IRSs aligned. Emergency exit lights are armed. Air conditioning is fine. Let's set our position. And we are at MMCU. CU. And the coordinates that are in the database for MMCU are pretty close to what the IRS is picking up, so that looks pretty good. Let's get some pressure in here. The flaps are up, and showing up on the aft overhead. We'll give them the position lights. And just waiting on the brake pressure here. Yeah, I don't know why it does that. That's weird. Let me go see if I can fix that. Shouldn't do that. What do I need here? Air manager. Yeah, I know. I'll get you ground power in a second. I don't know why it did that. But this is the latest from Zibo mod. So let's get that all back in here. Alright, that should be good. Alright, that should all be good now. Alright, brakes are good. Let me just cycle that just to be sure here. I don't know why it disconnected us like that. And let's get rid of the electric hydraulic pumps on the B side. My mouth don't want to work today. Alright, brake pressure's in the green. We'll see how quickly it drops. Every now and then the Zibo mod brake pressure just seems to drop too quickly. Alright, let's keep going here. Leading edge devices test. As I said, the phone is off. Reverses are extinguished. EEC switches are on guarded. We've got 14,000 in the crew oxygen. Passenger oxygen is normal guarded. Flight recorder. Mark airspeed 1 and 2 test. Be too early for stall warning. We'll come back to that. 3 green on the landing gear. PSCU is out. Let's check our oxygen flow. That's good. And lights.
United 1269, wind 080 degrees 25, latitude 35, runway 07, clear for takeoff. Runway 07, clear for takeoff, United 1269.
Alright, we're good. Alright, flight controls A and B are on guarded, alternate flaps are off guarded, spoilers A and B are on guarded, your damper is on. VHF nav is normal, IRS is normal, FMC is normal, source selector is auto. Control panel is normal, fuel temperature is fine, cross feed check. Fuel pump switches are off. AC/DC panel is set. Equipment, cooling, supply, and exhaust is normal. Emergency exit lights are on. No smoke and seatbelt signs are on. Window heat. And let's run that test, TAT test. And wing and engine anti-ice are off. Hydraulic pumps, electric 2 and 1 are off. We've got 3 entranceways open. Test, test, test on the flight data recorder. Pressurization panels all zeroed out. Temperature is fine. And let's reset the master caution overheat test. And very good. And today's ride is, what do we have today's ride? Today's ride is 35. And let's check our outflow valve.
United 10907, now suspect departure 120.5. Take care, bye. Okay, so long, United 109.
Alright, our lights are good. We use a right igniter for this ride. Alright.
142 ahead, hold it short.
Let's do ATIS clearance and program the flight management computer, shall we? ATIS is 127.9.
And departing runways 36 right, 36 left. 505. Visual approaches in use. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following.
In the real world, they're using 18 left with ANEGI 1A departure. That's what we're going to be doing. I don't know why XPlane gets it wrong sometimes. This is a real world flight that just happened.
Viva Aerobus International Airport, Information India. 2045 Zulu. Wind 075 and 7.
1024.
0. Sky conditions. View at 3,000 feet. Temperature 30. Dew point 0.
Alright.
QNH10.
That's looking good.
Transition level 190. Arriving and departing runways 36 right, 36 left, 505. Visual approaches in use. Advise on course heading, altitude.
And we have India. Let's go to clearance.
Short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information India.
125, 425.
Airport. Information India. 2045.
Roberto clearance, Viva 9375, looking for IFR clearance to Santa Lucia as filed. We have information to India. Hey Luna, how's it going? My day's going pretty good. Any day I can get in here, it's a pretty good day.
Viva 9375, Monterrey Control, information India is correct. Clear to St. Lucia via the ANEGI 1 Alpha departure, then as filed. Departure runway 18 left. Initial climb altitude 8,000 feet. Departure on 119.8 squawk 6154.
We're cleared to St. Lucia via the ANEGI 1A departure, then as filed. Departure runway 18 left. Initial climb altitude is 8,000. Departure on 119.8 squawk 6154 for Viva 9375. And we're going to 1198 and squawking 61.
Viva 9375, read back correct. Tower is on 118.2, stay flight, sir.
And tower, okay. Alright, so that's all looking pretty good. Let's get our flight management computer all set up here. Let's get our route in here, MMCU. and you should be able to follow along. Hey Tom, how's it going? You just caught me. I'm just getting ready to get on out of here. I'm running a Mexico flight today. A little quick run. I don't know if I'm going to get this in before I have to give him his shot, but we'll see. Anyway, any day I get in here is a good day. Alright, MMSN. Right, and this is a VIV. Flight 9375. And we have the 1A. Let's have a look here. 18 left. And on the arrival, and we had, that was the 1A. Right, and they were using 4 left in the real world. And we're going to use, we're going to use ILS-Z at the 4 left. Yes. And let's get this all filled in now. Alright, CU 700, then ANEGI, then ELQ, folks, where are we picking it up at? Okay. Right, ES. TRC. Catla. Right, RA. Ideal. Kept blue. Oops. Slip. I could download this from SimBrief, but I'd rather do it this way. It's going to be the first one here. DUPUD. QET. Senji. And then TOREO. Right. And then we have Muto. 440, 442, 444, 46, 448, Ventry, Needham, and then we're on our way in. And the hold. So that looks pretty good. Let's take a look at some charts. Nice, Tom. Very nice. I'm looking forward to seeing Scott set up once he has it. I know he said he signed off on it and gave him the final payment, so it's going to be interesting to see when he's all set up. Alright, that's done. Let me take a look at some charts, make sure we don't have any restrictions here. Let me give you the same chart. Give you Navigraph here. And let me have the same thing. CU, what do we have on the way out? We have 18 left, yes. And 1A. Right. No. Grab the wrong one. Yeah, that's what I want. Here we have the ANEGI 1A on the way out. So we're down here on the bottom. We're basically going to come out and head ANEGI 1A. We need to be above flight level 200 at ANEGI. That's basically it here, and that's already in. Let's take a look on the back end. Wow, I can hear my throat going already. On the back end, what did we have? We had 4. And we should be coming in from the top here. That's fine. Here's TOREO 18, that's in. Amuto. Alright, we need to be 250 max at 16, that's in. And what do we have next? 440. Alright, we've got a max at 230, 16. 442. 16. 444. 16. 448. And then from 448 we're going to Vinme. And we're going to get picked up. I said we're doing C here. And we're going to get picked up at Needham. And that brings us into 4 left, and then we have the hold. And climb, and 4-5 on the mist. Left bendix hold 10, and 10-7 is in there. So that's all looking pretty good. Now, let me give you the load data sheet now. Hey Brownie, how's it going? You snuck in there. I'm just putting the flight together. I'm surprised I don't have any ATC going on here in the background. See if I can bring it up on here. If not, I could always switch over.
1972 traffic in sight.
There we go. At least we'll have some background traffic. Let me give you the load data sheet here. And I'm going to have to write some numbers down.
1972 traffic in sight.
Buffalo Manor 72 Roger, and your direct select is Tango Alpha, Lima Alpha Golf.
So 1972, clear direct Tala, Tango Alpha, Lima Alpha Golf.
Alright, so fuel is going to be 21.0. Our payload is going to be 35.2. Zero fuel weight of 130.2. Alright.
We're estimating for now, just give us a second here, it's not coming up.
Let me give you the electronic flight bag now. And hope this is going to work on my end. Sometimes it does, sometimes it freezes up. I've been getting lucky lately though.
150 35.8, climbing 10, 10,000.
I think I put my foot in my mouth. Oh, it looks like it's reloading.
Climb, maintain, level 340, spare wings 115.
Alright, yeah, it's going to work. Alright, let's go to payload now. Our fuel this ride, I said, was going to be 21.0.
Center southwest 2154, passes 6,000 for 10,000.
Our payload is 35.2.
Buenos dias, America.
Alright.
310, 4,000.
Should have a zero fuel weight of 130.2. And we got a CG of 28.1. Right, okay, now, our zero fuel weight is 130.2. Let me give you the load data sheet again. Oops, wrong button. Fat fingers. And let me look at the same thing here. Alright, so what's our final reserve going to be here? Final reserve alternate's going to be 6.6. And cost index this ride is 35. That's what I usually use. And we got a flight level of 350 this ride. Cruise winds. Whoa. I go too far here. Top of climb, that's what we want. 255 at 37. And we're looking at 11. Alright, that's looking good. We're not going to derate. Our CG I said was 28.1. There's going to be a flaps 5 takeoff. Now, runway 18 left has an upslope of 0.7 and a heading of 182. Our runway winds, let's go grab that, and we've got nothing here, so that's good. So we got a trim of 450. Engine out, it's going to be a $148. That's all looking good. Let's go put it in our descent forecast. We are at 35 today, so we'll put in 20,000, 15,000, and 10,000. And since we're down here already, we're looking at 30.06 on the way in, or 30.36. What's the average ISA? Average ISA is 12, 30, 36. Weather's beautiful. And I want
Center, good morning.
descent.
Falcon 114 Bravo Delta 6300 for 10,000.
So at 20,000, we're looking at 340 at 4. At 15,000, we're looking at 028 at 9.
004 Bravo Delta.
Oh, fat fingers. And at 10,000, we are looking at 040 at 1. Alright, that looks pretty good. We'll come into the legs page, go into our route data, and cruise. Come in here, we could put all the cruise winds in here, but I'm not going to run through all that. I could download it from SimBrief as well, but that's all looking pretty good. Bring this up. Let me have the progress page there. That all looks good. Let me have one more look at this.
Flight 109, contact center 126.45.
That's all looking pretty good. In and the hold. Alright. That's good. Alright, so now you're not going to need the load data sheet anymore. You're not going to need the electronic flight bag. Alright. You've got the charts now. Let me have this back. charts I want.
72567, cancel speed restrictions, maintain high speed on descent, 290 knots.
Like a nost. It's hard for me to see. The text is so tiny. Howdy. I don't know when you slipped in here, but I'm just trying to get the flight ready to get out of here, so I lose my YouTube screen for a bit here and there, unfortunately. Alright, let's go back to, we're departing you. Let's take a look here. And we're using you, and they're using you. So, if I have to come back, let me just put this in here. If I've got an issue and I have to come back, at least all this is done. 111.9. Three. Alright, good, good, good. I've got ground in here, yes. Ground is... And they don't have ground. Alright, so it's going to be tower, 118.4. See if anybody's on that frequency. Ah, very good. Alright, so the radios are all good. I'll take terrain, position, data, airport, and station. Oh, I'm on the master, you're on the slave. You can have weather, station, airport, data, and position. Alright, we've got that. On the way out, we're looking at a $183. We were cleared to 8. That's all looking pretty good. That's all set. Nose wheel steering is normal guarded. Let's check this. And actually, let me give you the systems there. This way, when I run the check, you'll be able to see that. And the lower I got blocked out with SayIntentions. So, auto flight is good. Yeah, see, look at that brake pressure creeping down. That should take hours if you're not playing with the brakes. So, let that build up again. Alright, in the meantime, let's see. The artificial horizon is level, ground speed is 0, 45 on the speed tape, V1 is 142, V2 148. I got a heading of 183, decision height of 230, and pressure of 1024, and we're cleared up to 8. I've got terrain on the nav display. Let's get the standby gauge set up here. We're looking at 1024. 1024, that is set. Reset the fuel flow. Auto brake is set for rejected takeoff. I will take that. We are good all around here. Alright, since we're not getting any traffic, we'll switch over for now. That's all good. You're not going to need the CDU anymore, I don't believe. We could lose that. If I get my fat fingers in there. And we'll check the bottles. And cargo. Alright. And let's check that.
Adjust vertical speed. Adjust. Climb. Climb.
We've got fuel in the center tank.
Climb now. Climb. Crossing. Climb. Climb. Crossing. Climb. 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 Clear of conflict. Descend.
That test is done.
Descend. Crossing. Descend. Descend. Crossing. Descend. Descend.
There you go. Stall warnings are good.
Descend. Descend.
Let's get these doors buttoned up.
Climb. Increase. Climb. Increase. Descent.
Hey, Reality Trailers, how's it going? Hey, Jim McPollin slipped in here too. Yeah, I'm running the latest Zibo, Jim. I ran a quick ride last night just to see if the porpoising was under control, and it looked pretty good. So I'm going to run another run right now just to make sure, because last night I really just did a quick up and down. I really didn't set anything other than get to cruise and set the arrival, but it looked pretty good. Alright, let's do the short test here. Let's get these doors buttoned up. Get ready to get out of here. Alright. We'll give that a minute and then we'll switch over to the APU bleed. Let me have ground services. Better pushback. You can come wait for us. Alright, power's gone. We can remove the chocks. And we're just waiting on ASU now. And you know what? Let's get that. This way I don't have to wait. I can get rid of this screen now. Come back to the YouTube.
Alright, 78 is ready to stop the
Oh, I think I lost my YouTube screen here. Yep. Let me roll back in.
23 at a 6,000 climbing 10,000.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
No, they're not.
Center American 1091, 5,000.
Gotta get those doors closed.
Center UPS 340 vacating 370.
I guess it doesn't actually check to see if they're closed.
Center throwing 23.
I guess it just gives you that message. Get those closed. And we should be completely disconnected. And we are. Alright. Let's bring you back.
Frontier flight 129, 8.5, climb at 10,000.
Self-connected and bypass being inserted. Release parking brake.
Hey, Poland Chocks, how's it going? Did I miss anybody else sneaking in here? I may have. That's quite possible. I've been going back and forth so much. Alright, let me give you that. And we've got 18 left.
360, Frontier flight 129.
Alright, we're pretty much good to go here. Villalobos Tower, Viva 9375 at gate 4, ready for push and start with India. Yeah, he's closing the gap. I was just talking to him on the phone a little while ago.
Contact ground for push and start clearance.
I'm not seeing any ground frequency here, Johnny. Where's the ground frequency? There's nothing listed here for ground. Let's see, anything on my charts here? Tower Natus, there is no ground. You're not showing ground either. Yeah, there is no ground frequency. I'm gonna have to report that. Let me write this down so I remember the IFR number. 759 758. $914. And this was out of MMCU. Telling me to go to ground, and there is no ground. Alright. We're just going to back on out, and then we'll call for taxi. I don't think we'll get taxi either here. Strange. Oh, let's try here. Wait a minute. That might have been me. Let's see if it gives us on that frequency. Villalobos ground, Viva 9375 at gate 4, ready for push and start with India. Let's see if this works. If not, we're just going to back out. Yeah, it's telling me to contact ground. Alright, we're out of here. Let me get that clock going. And release the brake. We're out of here.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Alright, packs are off. Pressure's good. Anti-collision lights coming on, and we're going to start number 2. So if they're not going to pick us up until tower, I'm going to switch over.
American 2185, contact approach on 100.4.
Control, good morning, Alaska 283, passing 10,800 for 18,000.
Alaska 283, buenos días, continue Juan.
Alright, close, auto. Pressure's good, we're starting number 1.
Jet 952, contact the final approach on 11975. 11975, sorry, Jet 952.
Operation complete. Set parking brake. Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Scan 1303, left from direct to Almain Street. Descend here, start to 1000. Let's turn direct to Almain and clear the arrival via to 1000 American 1303. Affirmative. And just confirm direct to Almain, American 1303. That is correct. Proceed direct to Almain and descend via start to 1000. Direct to Almain and via star to 1000, American 1303.
Clean board. Oh, let me give you the multifunction.
Stereo disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the left. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
11975 today. 11975 today, American 1303.
We'll try again. Alright, there goes the tow. That's looking good. I will take that back. Give me flaps. You. TA auto. Let's have a peek. Alright, that first half is done. Exterior lights. We are good. APU is off. Master caution. We got a clean board. Flaps are set for takeoff. Transponders TA auto. Weather radars auto. Flight controls are free and clear. Alright, let's see if they'll give us taxi instructions here. Villalobos Tower, Viva 9375 at gate 4. Looking to taxi to 18 left. Might not pick us up until tower.
Viva 9375, contact ground
Yeah.
taxi clearance to runway 18 left.
Alright,
Control, Delta 1.
we're on our way.
Passing 11.5 for 180.
Delta 1972, control time will restrict to flight level 320.
Delta 1972 under.
So I'll let SayIntentions know that once I get done with this ride.
Delta 1972, contact Panamera Control 124, tomorrow 130.
Delta 1972, Center Control 124.1. 20.
Here we're getting closer and closer to 2024 getting released. Gonna be nice to get my hands on that puppy. Looking forward to that.
Under 6218,000 left,
We have 18 left on the way out, right? Yeah. So we're gonna cross over.
Planning flight level 410 unrestricted via the Cockpit for Bravo. Bravo, Victor, Bravo. Anytime direct Gubol. Proceed direct to Gubol, Bavarian 40. Of course, the Gubol, public around the further.
Oh, that's interesting. Did I miss that? Alright, we're gonna cross right over. We're gonna keep going. Guess I could have took Charlie, took the runway down to the end, but that's pretty cool. What, they got Ferrari stickers on them?
American 940 traffic at 2 o'clock, 6 miles northeastbound, descending and maintaining 10,000 feet of the arrival.
Contact American 940 ahead.
American 2233, front of 300 hotel. 2233, radar contact, flight direct Michael 3701, and you set the another...
Alright, so we got cleared to cross, and then we're gonna hold short. 18 left. Yeah, I guess they actually used the runway to come down this way. We're making our own way. That's what happens when you don't read the charts.
Approaching 18 right.
2233 turn left, direct Mike X-ray 60 to descend the star to 14000. Left turn direct to Mike X-ray 602.
Alright, let's see if they'll pick us up now. Villabos Tower, Viva 9375, holding short, runway 18 left, ready for departure. Yeah, there's going to be a pee-pee test on the back end, pulling chocks. No, I guess they don't want to talk to me. Alright, we're going to go back to what we had. We're going to get on out of here. I'll have to let them know about this ride. And TARA. Whoa. Fat fingers getting away. Tenant notifications complete. Exterior lights. Engine start select is to continuous. Auto throttle is on. Well, we're going to have to redo that. We're going to go down here and make a U-turn. We're not going to get much additional runway, but we'll get some. Transponders TARA, parking brake release 40%, and we're gone. And
Contact final approach 119.75.
Approaching 18 left.
right, oh no, we're heading straight out. That's the one I want.
Beacon 257 for traffic sequence, keep precipitating. Expect 4 more minutes, vectors to Mike X-ray 6024.
On runway 36 right, 400 feet remaining.
Papa TQO descending 200.
Descending 1566, mirror, contact India Enaga 1 Bravo, to 14,000, reduce 230 not indicated, 230.
Okay, 230 knots indicated, down to 14,000, descend via the Enigma 2, Bravo United 1566.
Beacon 257, turn left, getting 220.
On runway 18 left.
Alright, 40%. Stable, Toga. Thrust set. Airspeed's active. Check. Throttle hold. We're stable through 80. Gear up. Alright, we're going to give this to Zibo. 400.
400.
Let's see how the auto flight system does this ride. See if there's any porpoising effect going on. It looked like it was pretty much fixed last night. There was a little bit at the very beginning of the descent, and then after that it was gone. So that could have been me in my programming, the way I put that ride in. Oh, now they're picking us up. And we're going to continue on up to 20. Flaps 1. Flaps up. And we're getting beat up with the wind a little bit here. Viva Aerobus 9375 going to Chihuahua approach on 121.0. Alright, let's see if they start picking us up now. Chihuahua approach, Viva Aerobus 9375 with you climbing through 7400, inbound cruise 700. Oh, now they got us. So it looked like it might have just been an airport thing, maybe, that was going on there. So I'll let Brian know when I get done. Yeah, I tried their what was it, their overnight trial, which was great.
Climb and maintain flight level 270.
Up to 270, Viva Aerobus 9375. Wow, we're coming up beautifully. Air conditioning is fine. Let's have a peek. Autopilot's engaged. Flight attendant notification is complete. Cabin pressurization and temperature. We're going to monitor that. Engine bleeds are on. Pack switches to auto. APU is off. Exterior lights as needed. We are good. Auto brake selector is off. Landing gear is up and off. Not bad. Hey, Skywise, how's it going? I would report it to Brian. Actually, I would report it to Austin. Because as it went by, if you looked in the window, it would probably be Austin's head sticking out the window. All right, so we're inbound NG. We need to be above 20,000 by the time we get there. We're at 13.6 now. We should be. That shouldn't be an issue. So we've got 101 miles now to top of climb, 694 to go. So we should have 11.3 when we get in. EGT, vibrations, engine oil quantity, pressure, and all that's looking pretty good. And 153. Hey, Johnny Bravo. Oh, yes, it does. It works with 2020. Hopefully soon, 2024 as well. Up to flight level 330, Viva Aerobus 9375. And we're at 350.
Climb flight level 330.
Yeah, up to flight level 330, Viva Aerobus 9375. Yeah, I'm actually using the PMDG 737 when I'm in Microsoft Flight Simulator, John. And then I use the Zibo mod when I'm inside XPlane. So we have what, just about a month, a little over a month to go. And then 2024 will drop. So hopefully that's going to work right out of the box. We'll see. Alright, we're at 18, so the only thing going on here is monitor. Right, yep, we're on standard pressure, and then basically it's monitor, monitor, monitor. Monitor the electrical power, the hydraulic systems, the cabin temperature, the engine status, the fuel usage, and then we're going to monitor the flight plan progress, the pressurization panel, and then we're going to plan the arrival as well. There's another frequency that it doesn't seem to be on here. Yeah, we're not getting anything there. Alright, let's see. How about you? That should be in range. And at ANEGI, we should have 17.9 on the fuel. We're 18.8, so we're looking pretty good. Should have 11.4 when we get in, unless I can't put it down. A space shuttle simulator? I don't know. Would be nice if there was. I know I was using oh, what was the name of that program? Space Shuttle 2007 was the name of it. I actually put together all the booklets for each one of the missions. Matter of fact, they're right in that filing cabinet. I could probably even go grab one and show you what I was working on. Whole ton of them. Got a stack of them like this, taking you step by step through the entire procedure for each space shuttle flight that I did for that program. Matter of fact, let me see here. It's right there. I'll be right back. I hear that Escobar is on this flight. I guess he's moving around in Mexico, staying one step ahead of the authorities. This is Space Shuttle Mission 2007. This is a program that came out quite a while ago, and this is STS Mission 121. I worked on all these booklets. Takes you step by step through the entire procedure. Going through every check, every button, every switch, every dial, get you through the entire setup. Even using the arm. So I had these set up for every mission that they had available for the program. This is just a few of the books that I put together. So that was a really cool program. I was hoping that it was going to go a lot further, but it didn't. I was also looking for an Apollo simulator, which would have been cool. Apollo 11 going to the moon and all that stuff, which really would have been great, but that never materialized either. I don't think it ever will, but not to the graphic aspects that we have now, which would really be nice. But yeah, that was a long time ago. And I think that website's still online. You could probably even still buy that program. Space Shuttle Mission 2007. In the download section, you'll probably find all my booklets if you ever wanted them. All right, so we're coming up to ANEGI. We should have, what was it, 18 on the fuel? 18 with 18.2, so we're looking pretty good. 11.4 when we get in. And we are climbing up beautifully. Oh, look at that. We got almost a tailwind pushing us along. Usually I have a headwind when I fly for the most part. I'm always fighting headwinds. So ANEGI here puts us at the end of the departure out of Chihuahua. So let's dump that screen. Let's zoom in here if we can. And pick that up. All right, yeah, I'll take him. My wife just came in with my medication. Let me go grab my meds, take those, I'll put those back, and I'll be right back.
Heading 320. Turn heading 3055. Left turn 32055. Red Delta 585, expect to join in Cessna. Joining Cessna upside. Alright. Delta 585, fly direct Cessna. Descend VSR to 10,000.
That's one medication. She'll probably be in another 15 minutes to give me the other one. Stuff makes me sweat. The other one makes me cough. Well, you know what? We're going straight up. We're going to 35,000. That's our cruise today. Anyway, it's funny talking about the space shuttle and all that. Aside from each one of those mission booklets that I put together these laminated sheets. I know I'm kind of a nut. But actually what these will do is this will take you from pre-launch. You have your pre-launch checklist. This will take you from COM at T 1 hour and 50 minutes prior to launch is where you're going to enter the shuttle. Step 2 at 1 hour and 40 minutes. You're going to go to the overhead left panel and there's a whole bunch of stuff that you have to do. You go through this whole pre-launch stuff. You have your ascent. You have your orbit, your deorbit burn, all that stuff. It's all in here. So all step by step. It's a shame that program never went any further, because that was a really nice program for those of us that are into, you know, aviation and space and all that stuff. So it's pretty good. You're in here with that already? I'm still sweating from the first meds you gave me. Just leave it there. I'll do it in 5 minutes, all right? Just you can come along. Yeah, remind me. It's my wife. She's a nurse. She makes sure I take care of all my medications. I'm so bad when it comes to it. I forget. So she hounds me. So what did I miss when I've been running up and down here? Reality trailers. Let's see. Wow, nice. Uncle Jim worked on the U.S. Space Shuttle program. Oh, that's pretty cool, man. Nice. See, me, I don't know if I could work on that way back when. They'd probably end up locking me up for taking one of the tiles as a souvenir, you know? That's pretty cool, though. Must have had some great views back then. Had an opportunity to go out on a boat when they were doing one of the shuttle launches close by. So, but we never made it to the boat on time. Little did we know that traffic was going to be horrendous, so we made it just onto the bridge, and we were stopped dead traffic for like 10 minutes, and the shuttle launched right when we were there. So we had a pretty good view anyway, but we weren't out on the boat, which would have really been great, but never made it out there on the boat, though, since then, unfortunately. Wow, that medication really makes me melt. Whew. Let's see. Mike, you have some professional piloting experience. Don't know your background, fun flights, and watching all this work. Oh, thanks, Tool. What was that, Tool Time? Tool Time Tim? Two-time Timmery? It's hard for me to see. The text is so tiny here. All right, Tool Time A. I'm glad you're enjoying the view. I have a blast every time I get in here. I'm sure it shows when I'm in here chatting. Is your flight simming to fly U.S. territory only? Flew into another. No, I can go pretty much anywhere. You know, the only places that may be off limits is maybe off limits in the real world. You know, like Area 51. You know, maybe communist China and Russia may have some spots that are missing. But yeah, I could pretty much go anywhere. You know, Spain, France, all over Europe. You know, Africa, South America, all over the place. Pretty cool. Which is nice because with MS 2020 and 2024 having like satellite data, I get to see places in the real world that I would never see going there in person. Even if it is satellite data, or even if it's outdated. You know, so that's pretty cool. That's where XPlane really just can't compete with 2020 or 2024. You know, so I actually prefer 2020 or 2024 for day flights, even though I'm using XPlane now. And nighttime I prefer XPlane12 because of the night lighting and what I could do with reshade, which is pretty cool. Rochester, New York. Oh, my old stomping grounds was Brooklyn, New York. I have a friend that's in Ronkonkoma out in Long Island, so a few friends that are still up there. Cool. Oh, thank Reality Trailers. And you know what? If you ever use what's the name of this program? Space Shuttle Mission 2007. These are all available for download. So you'll be able to grab all of these. I think the big plus for this program is a lot of people have problems using the arm on the shuttle. So this basically takes you to all of the positions that are used, right, based on the original mission. And then each one of the missions have all the coordinates for you if you can't line up the arm to grab like a satellite to deploy it or whatever the case may be, or to grab one to work on it and fix it. So that stuff came in pretty handy. That was a while ago. Flightdeck app. Nope, that I don't know what that is. No. And I'm pretty much, with all the screens I have going on, I've got a 12-inch, whatever you call it, iPad up on the top that I use for my moving map display, that I use for the OBS and all that, so you get the screens in the back. And then I have a small tablet that's down here that I use for YouTube, and I'll use for the electronic flight bag for the Zibo mod when I'm in there. Because I can't use it up here. If I do, I lose the connection, because this is actually connected to a computer behind the main screen. Oh, let's get rid of that. Should have did that sooner. This is actually connected to a computer behind the main screen that allows you to get the same screens that I'm seeing when I move them around. So, which is pretty cool, because it allows me to give you all that data back there. So you can follow along with the flight, those that are into flight simulation and know a lot about navigation and whatnot. And for those that don't, you're not missing anything, because the only thing back here, if the 2D screens weren't there, would be the back of the seats. So you're not missing out on anything. So what are we looking at here? We're 30 minutes from the gate, 22 minutes from entering the runway. We've got 577 miles to go with 444 to top of descent. So top of descent's at 2201. It's 2108. So we're looking at about an hour. So what are we cruising at here? Oh, we're going to bump that up. They have us cruising at Mach 784. We're going to go to Mach 0.8. Kick it up a notch. Maybe we'll get in a little early. That 5 minutes already? I'm still sweating in here. All right, I'll go take it. I'm at cruise anyway. All right, I got to go take another med. This is the one that kind of makes me gag and choke, so just give me a minute to get back here, all right?
Center number 2000, 4,500 flying, 10,000 direct to come. Good afternoon, 902 Heavy, 11,200 landing, 18,000 direct to the left.
Muy buenas tardes, en el Jet 900 Heavy to the radar contact. Great select, class 250, followable speed, more. If you need any deviation, just let me know. I don't have it on the radar.
Will do, and that's selector, classification level 350, correction, Jet 902.
That's correct.
Contact control 119.6, bye-bye. 19, that's the contact, request the right deviation for weather. Deploy 6916, traffic time you fly heading 340.
All right, I'm back. I don't know which med is worse. First one or the second one. And then what do we have? Oh, I got another 15 minutes, and then Shadow's got to get his shot. My first officer, Shadow, that's usually in the right seat. He's a cat. He has diabetes. So after he eats, he gets his shot at 6:30. So that's the only thing left, and then I should be good for the rest of the ride. All right, did I miss anything? Let's see. The sheets, okay, that goes to that. All right, Flightdeck app, nope, that I don't use. Yeah, and again, I don't even know what that is. Let's see, are there half or full airplane simulators where real passengers can sit in? There probably is. Well, I know that they have them in the real world where they do their training, you know, for evacuating the aircraft in under 90 seconds. So I know that they do have them in training facilities. Whether or not they have them where people are just sitting there watching individuals like myself flying, maybe in the small commercial ones. I know of one individual that put in a triple seat from an airline directly behind his setup, as if you were in a jump seat. So he basically has a triple jump seat sitting back behind his flight deck. But that's pretty much it. Other than that, I really don't know of anybody that actually does that or built, you know, a whole section. I know a parts section was done where they had the coffee maker and the cabinets and all that just on the outside of where the circuit breaker panels are and the door. He did all that. That came out really great. I saw pictures of that. And the coffee maker, I believe, actually worked. So, but he has skills far beyond what I have. I start working on stuff, my hands start getting a little shaky, so. What are we looking at? Oh, so we got 540 miles to go still. A little bit of a ways. Yeah, I did it. You didn't hear me hacking? Came in to make sure I did my meds. So I really haven't noticed any porpoising effect out of the Zibo mod at all on the climb out or at cruise so far. Although most of the issues were on the back end, so we'll see how she handles that. But it was good last night. And that was a persistent problem. That was multiple updates where I was getting that porpoising effect. So I know a couple of individuals have stopped upgrading. So hopefully he's got that worked out with the changes that were made to XPlane. You know, XPlane starts making changes to their wind and their weather and how it affects things. Zibo's got to go in there and make adjustments. So looks like he's back on the right track again. That should be in range, and you should be at 122, Johnny. Let's see, Vokes, we should have 15.8. We're at 16.2 on the fuel now, and we're still holding above 11 when we get into on the back end. So we are looking pretty good. Yeah, Nurse Dawn, she's here every day. She makes sure that I take my meds. Yeah, I'm using his latest one right now, 32. 4.02.32, I believe it is. So that's the one that we're running right now. Let's see if they get picked up here. See if they're online. What about 126.4? Let's see. All their different flight levels, where one is tougher to fly. Not really. When you're up at flight level, you're pretty much on the auto flight system anyway. So whether you're at 40,000 feet or 32,000 feet really doesn't make a difference. This is the boring part of flying, basically just monitoring everything. All the fun is getting in the air and getting her back down. But this definitely beats watching television, that's for sure. Because if I didn't do this, I'd probably be watching TV. And I cannot imagine what my life would have been the past 10, 11 years with just television and not having this, that's for sure. Oh, there you go. Yeah, where the CDU is, right here in between these two screens. They put a little movie screen here, right in between the two. It'll play like Airport 77 or something. Right, or who's the one with, what's his name? Arthur Kennedy? I guess he played in a lot of them. Petroni? Oh, I think I've seen all those movies. All of them. And it's amazing. Petroni he started on the ground and ended up being a Concorde pilot, right? Yeah, those movies, yeah, they're old movies. One of my favorites is the one that Dean Martin's in, though. Dean Martin was pretty cool. Where they had the guy that took out the insurance and then had a bomb in his suitcase. Meanwhile, it's snowing out and they've got rain conditions and ice and slush and they got to shut down a runway and he needs that extra length. Yeah, it's crazy. That was a pretty cool movie. The little old lady that stowaways. Hilarious. All right, that's 40 minutes now from the gate. What are we looking at? We're under 500 miles to go now. We're looking at 490. So it looks like we're going to be a little late this ride. We're 41 minutes from the gate. What are we looking at here? We're doing... What are we doing? We're doing it 22:25. It's 21:19 now. So we still got an hour to go. So we're a little late. That's what's nice about Pluto TV and all these other ones. Tubi. You can go back and do a search for these, and they're all instantly available, which is pretty cool. I never knew growing up that this was going to be available like this. You would think I would have known that technology was going to catch up. But way back when I was starting my CD collection, or DVD collection, not CD, I have 1,300 DVD movies. I have a big wooden, nice little case, glass screens and everything. You can open them up, and from A to Z. I don't think I've opened up that case in about 4 years. A lot of money spent on that. Now you can get it instantly. So, real-time flights? Yeah, these are actually 1-to-1 scale, yeah. If the flight's run in an hour and 40 minutes in real time, I'll run it an hour and, 40 minutes. I don't speed up the time frame when I run my rides. It's all run at normal speed. So, yeah, if I run from New York down to Fort Lauderdale, that's a 2-hour and 40-minute ride that I'm in here. So, yeah. All right, we're coming into TRC. 15.4, we're at 15.5 on the fuel. We're looking pretty good. Holding beautifully. Temperature is fine. Oil pressure, quantity, temperature, vibration, N1, N2, that's all. Beautiful run. And this has been the auto flight system since 400 feet, so far no problems with 4.02.32 on this ride with the Zibo mod. It's been performing beautifully. And we're going to 139 now. Yeah, it's almost time for his shot. I'm surprised she's not in here yet. Almost 6:30. Pretty cool view out the window. Pretty much out to the horizon. The weather's been pretty good this run. Yeah, if that was the case, I would just come into the garage naked. I'm sure TSA would be like, go ahead. That's in range. Urtic. 15-1 with 15-3, 10-8 when we get in. We got a crosswind we're getting hit with. And we got about 450 miles to go. So far, nice stable ride. No, pulling chocks, that's probably one of the things that I don't do. But I do donate to Picatanga's World Flight channel. I don't fly on VATSIM or IVAO anymore. I did a long time ago. Matter of fact, my number is 830309. So, 6-digit number, give you an idea just how long I've been a member there. But I get mixed up every now and then. So I don't want to be online and then ruin it for somebody else that's been doing a lot of prep work. Because it takes a lot of prep work to get these flights in. You know. So, oh, speaking of Dawn, Nurse Dawn is here. It's time. Is he in here? All right. I have to go give him his shot. I will be right back. I thought he was in his bed.
Oh, Delta 37, Boeing, Papa 35.
Delta 387. Good afternoon, rated time ready of level 1 Papa 20 with us. Expect ILS-Z to running.
Delta 387.
United 16 for 14.1.
4.1. Runway 9416, shift to 11,000, and probably check on the 11975. Delta 1000 and public, contact 119.5, Sierra 9416, push ground to Zibo. Adios. Buenos dias, Severe Northwest 9416, 11,000, Buenos dias, 283, 5,600, climbing 10. Radar contact time to 18000 feet.
And all this running around, getting a little warm in here. Get some air. All right, how we looking here? Catler's up next. You should be a $140. 14.6 with 14.8. 10.6. 425 to go. We're looking pretty good. Baltic Sea, yeah. I thought you wanted me. Yeah, pulling chocks. When I'm running X-Plane, I run 4 computers. One for each visual display. And then I have one that runs the glass screens. When I run MS-2020, well, I run 2 computers, but the second computer is just running my 2 CDU screens. MS-2020 runs everything else, all the big screen, the big glass screens here, and the exterior view. So I can pull a lot more with 2020. before I start getting hit with stutters. There's a big demand running X-Plane for some reason. It really hammers the system. There's no way I would be able to run those 3 screens and these screens on one computer in X-Plane. It would be a stuttering mess. Well, I wish my cats did that. They don't. Although Shadow, the one that gets his insulin shots, he's funny. He knows when Dawn has that cup in her hand, he presents himself so she could be in the cup. And then she takes a sample and does her sugar tests for him. So that's funny. But he knows when the shots are coming. Yeah, I don't know how they know, but their timing is just spot on. Yeah, right now my center screen, Jim, is also my server. I'm not running a 5th computer anymore because the 7950 X3D is able to do both. With the i9 10900, I did notice that there was a difference using a separate server, but I really haven't noticed anything with the X3D. So that's the only reason why. But I have the extra computer back there if I have to use it. So, and I have 4 copies already of XPlane12, so it's not like I would have to go buy another copy. I already have 4 that I paid for. So, and Elmira, let's see, when are we getting on the arrival here on the back end? MMSU, right? MMSM. TOREO. Oh, I think we still have a ways to go. Oh yeah, we got a ways to go before we're on that chart. Hey Ramo, how close is this to the real thing? Well, this flight deck that you see right here was made by Flightdeck Solutions, a company in Canada. That same company made 737 flight deck for Southwest Airlines. They've made hardware for NASA, as well as a couple of other airlines. So I believe they're strictly commercial now. So I'm fortunate enough to have like the Bentley of flight simulators, being that I purchased 9 years ago. So, and I think the only difference between theirs and mine now is they're using Ethernet connectors, where mine are USB controller boards for the most part. And they have a motorized throttle quad, which I don't have. I have to start saving again for that. So I'm hoping one day the JetMax throttle quad, which was Flightdeck Solutions, by the way, back then, before they sold that part of the company, and then replace it with Flightdeck Solutions. So it'll be all Flightdeck Solutions and just Flight Illusion on the gauges. Well, I've been in a few multi-million-dollar simulators, so, and I've been able to put it down on the ground. And using XPlane12 with the Zibo mod and the real Boeing yokes and rudder pedals that I have in here, the feel in XPlane12 is closer to the multi-million-dollar simulator than MS-2020 is. Using PMDG or ProSim, I just can't seem to get them dialed in like I have them dialed in with X-Plane. And with X-Plane, there's no altering or changing of any sliders. It's all built into the Zibo mod. So all I have to do is make sure these are calibrated, and they work great. And I'm just not able to get that same feel in 2020. I'm hoping that 2024 is going to be a little bit better. So we'll see. Are you up on the net? I don't know what net. automatic trim. When the autopilot's on, yeah, the automatic trim is going to engage, and it's going to come up and down depending on what's needed. But you're not going to see the trim wheels move because these don't have stepper motors in them, so they're not going to spin. So that's one of the reasons why you'll see here on your glass screen you have your stabilizer trim and your rudder trim here because there's no trim gauge on the Jetmax throttle quad here. There's nothing here. This is just a sticker and lit up. That's it. Well, a placard. So that's how I know where my trim numbers are. Hey, Insane, how's it going? No, flight's going great. I'm just checking out the latest and greatest from Zibo Mod, and it's been a pretty good ride. I've been getting some porpoising effects for the last few revisions that he's put out, but this one seems to be a keeper. So we'll see on the way down. It was okay, except for the initial descent where it porpoised a little bit, and then it just stabled right out, and it was good the rest of the way down. I just want to see if that was a fluke with my programming because I really threw that one together quick. This one I'm running a real flight as they run in the real world, even though Viva Aerobus runs Airbus A320s. They don't run Boeing, but I'm doing it in the Boeing. What are we looking at here? All right, so we got 230 miles now, top of descent. Top of descent is in another half hour? Not even. Just shy of a half hour. And we've got about 50 minutes to go. So we're going to be a little late getting in. That should be in range now. And in Myra, we should have 13.4. We're at 13.8. And we're holding beautifully. Temperature is fine. Oil temperature, quantity, pressure, and all that stuff is EGT, N1, N2. Right on the money. It's been a beautiful ride. Are you going motorized? Who's going motorized? Me? Eventually I'd like to go motorized if you're speaking to me. I don't know if you're talking to Jim. But I got to start saving my dollars again. Got hit with a $10,000 cat vet bill. So that wiped that fund out. And with everything going on price-wise here, these past few years, really hard to start saving. Hopefully things will change next year if we get a change in administration. Yeah, I'm going to have to remember to keep my knee away from this when I get my motorized throttle quad. I have a bad habit of leaning on this. I'm going to end up getting a freaking burn on my leg from the trim wheels. That's going to be one thing that I'm going to have to remember when that gets put in. It should be in range. Yeah, we're going to 1. And that's an hour from the gate, 52 minutes from the runway, and we've got 208 miles top of descent, 340 to go.
Yukon 2223 at a 6,000, climbing 10,10,000. Center American 1091, 5,000, climbing 10,10,000, direct to Tony. Center UPS 340, vacating 370. Center throwing 2321, 5,800, climbing 10,000, direct to Tony. Roger, flight 129, 8.5, climbing 10,000.
Oh, that's what you're looking for next, is the base? You want this, the metal base? In Poland, you have any airports in Poland, Johnny? I usually like to keep the rides about an hour, hour and a half. So yeah, a couple of airports in Poland, yeah, I don't mind. Only problem is I just have to check with my radios since I don't have the triple-digit radios. Europe seems to be more of an issue with the radio frequencies than in the States. I can fly on Microsoft Flight Simulator. Either or. I'm hoping 2024 in about a month too. Ideal, let's see, what do we have at Ideal? We should have 8 point... No, we should have 13.1. We're at 13.2. And we're still holding the 10 when we get in. We've got 181 miles, top of descent, 314 to go. All in all, beautiful run. Yeah, I'm hoping a little over a month now I'll be in here with MS 2024 having a look around. I'm looking forward to that. I just hope there won't be too much work required to get device interface manager working with PMDG. So we'll see soon enough, that's for sure. Pizza? Oh yeah, I'll have pizza. Our beats. Oh yeah. Gonna have pizza for dinner. I didn't eat yet. My wife picked up our beats. Was it AH something or other? BEEZ or something? It's what do you call that style? From New Haven, Connecticut, you know, where they put it in the actual coals and burn it. So, down in Florida, Boca Raton, Florida is probably the best pizza you're going to get down here. So, and it's pretty good. This is why I try to keep my flights to about an hour, hour and a half. We're an hour and 5 minutes from the gate right now, and we still have another, we're under 300 miles now, 299 miles to go. Gets a little boring at cruise. It's nice at nighttime, 2, 3 in the morning if I can't sleep. My breathing or something's keeping me up. Come in here, it's nice and dark. Just go for a nice long cruise. It's pretty cool. You know, I'm hoping to, pulling chocks. It's up on the northeast here, and I've got family in Long Island, in Brooklyn, and in New Jersey. So it's kind of like a ride for us to get to the expo from there, which wouldn't be too bad. Yeah, Rhode Island, yeah. So I mean, it'd be a little bit of a ride, but it wouldn't be too bad. So the main thing is all the animals down here. We got to see what we can do. If I can get my sister to come down here and take care of the animals for a week, that's a done deal. I was hoping they'd come back down Florida again. The one in Orlando was great. I was hoping they'd go to Miami, or maybe even Fort Lauderdale or West Palm Beach. And that would be superb, because that's a half hour from the house. So we can go to the expo, one of those airports, and then come back here and fly. Same day, which would be pretty cool. I don't know if you can create it. I think it might just be random reality trailers. You know, the birds are there. There can be a bird strike in 2020, and I would imagine in 2024 as well. So, but I don't know if you can program it to happen. That I'm not sure. I don't think it's that in depth. Yeah, cruise is probably the safest part of the entire ride. I mean, unless you're in bad weather. You know, it's the takeoffs and the landings where most of the problems are going to happen, where it would be the most dangerous. Here, something happens, you can trade altitude, you know, till you get the situation figured out, hopefully. How many GoPro in the cockpit? I don't have any GoPro. I just have the one Sony camera in the back. I have a GoPro that I wear on my head, but the GoPro that I have was altered for not infrared, the other one, the blue light stuff. I forget what the heck they call it. Not infrared. But I did that because that camera I used when we would go to, down here they have the Riddle House, like these spook locations, and just to see if I could pick up anything. Believe it or not, my wife and I, we went to the Riddle House, which is haunted, supposedly, on my birthday. It was April 6th. It happened to be a Saturday. It was my birthday. And we're in the Riddle House. Now I'm lagging behind. I'm on oxygen. I'm not keeping up with everybody. I'm 2 rooms behind everybody, and I'm in the little kids' playroom, and I've got my cell phone with me, and I just do a video as I go around the room. And as I go around the room, and I didn't even realize it until I got home and reviewed the material, as soon as I came across this purple elephant that was sitting in this little, I don't know, it looked like a little baby bed. It had a red ribbon on its neck, and the ribbon went up and down just once. I didn't see it when I was there. I didn't pick it up on the camera as I was filming, but I saw it later on when I reviewed the footage. That was pretty cool, and there was nobody in that room to do that nonsense. When we were downstairs in the parlor, my wife, there was a woman giving a whole spiel about how they used to lay out the bodies in the parlor. Everybody would come over, bring food. You know, they'd celebrate the life of the individual. As the woman's giving that spiel, my wife is taking photographs with her camera, and in the curtain, you can actually see a skull craziest thing I've ever seen. She actually sent it to me. I have it on my phone. The camera might not pick it up, but I don't think where's my phone? My phone there? I wonder if I could show it to you if you can see it. This is the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. We have yet to go back to the Riddle House since then. I would definitely like to go back. See if I can find this on here. Yeah. I don't know if the camera's going to be able to pick this up. We'll come in close and then I'll work my way backwards. But I don't know if you can see that skull that's in the curtains. That's pretty freaky. It may be a little too zoomy for you to see it with that lens, but that is some freaky stuff. Freaky stuff. What are we looking at here? I think I missed. That's in 2012. We're 12.298. It's looking pretty good. Nice. Yeah, man. I wish I had advance notice. Scotland. Whoa, cool. And Max. Max from Scotland too. Skywise from the UK. You know, I remember seeing that Reality Trailers. I think they did a documentary on that. Yeah. Where they took parts from a plane that went down and put them in other planes. And yeah, some of the flight attendants were actually reporting some weird stuff. Yeah, that's pretty wild. London, why? London boring? I don't know about that. The night lighting in who's that? Desert? Brownie? It's hard for me to keep up. The night lighting, I didn't like XPlane12's night lighting, so I went and I redid it myself. I made my own night lighting edits. And then I also used reshade to actually kick it up a notch and make it look a little bit better. So. Documentary, yeah, you're right. I remember seeing something about that. Yeah, we've been getting hammered with some bad weather here too, Max. Really bad weather. Well, aside from the 2 hurricanes that passed by, we've been getting hit with rain every single day. I mean, I know it's a rainy season, but I've never seen it this rainy. It's amazing. All right, we're under 100 miles now, top of descent, 229 to go. And what are we looking at? We're doing it 22:28. About 35 minutes we'll be in. Right now we're about 8 minutes late. And 153. And the fuel 11.9, 11.9. We're right on the money. Pretty good run. And the view has been great out the window. I'm also using reshade now. This is not straight X-plane lighting. I'm using reshade. I've adjusted the night lighting out there. I don't know if you'll be able to see the difference. I'll take that center screen off. I think I can do it with just a space bar. You'll be able to see the difference. Not much, but it's subtle. Could use a little bit more work, but my plan is to use MS-2024 for daytime flights and then XPlane12 for my nighttime rides. So I'm really not too worried about this. I just wanted to get it decent to where it looked good on the camera. Looks good for me as well. Palm Beach, yeah. I'm in West Palm myself. I'm right between West Palm Beach and Fort Lauderdale. I'm like right in the middle. So I can use either airport. It's about a half-hour ride, which is pretty cool. Heathrow to Frankfurt. Yeah, I haven't done one of those in a while. Only because of my radios. They're a little bit more difficult to tune for Europe because of the 3 digits. I only have the 2-digit old radios. It would be nice to upgrade these 2 radios to the multi-receivers. But I don't believe they make them USB, they're Ethernet. So I would have to have another connection, another controller board and whatnot, so. Tamsa, we should have 11.6, we're 11.7. So we're looking pretty good. And she's been a really solid ride this whole way. So if the descent works out, then looks like 3.2 is going to be a keeper. That'll be my new backup Zibo mod plane in case it starts going loopy again with porpoising effects and whatnot. So far so good. There's another airport down near by me, has a grass field, and there are houses on both sides of it. I think it's down near Military Trail, but I don't remember the name of that airport. But there are houses on each side. You have your house and you have your hangar right next to the house. Dawn, do you remember the name of that airport? Is that down by Military Trail, that airport that had the grass with the houses on each side, the airport? Was that Military Trail? When we were coming back with the cat, that airport. Oh, Jog Road? Jog Road, okay, off of Jog Road. I don't remember the name of the airport though, but that, and Lake Ida. So that's got to be pretty cool. You have a runway in your backyard? How cool is that? And you don't have to be super rich like, what's his name? John Travolta. These look like regular houses with just a hangar next to them, a simple hangar, and just a long grass strip in between the houses. Pretty cool. Adreno? I could see in the future, I mean, you see right now, MS-2020 is using satellite data and photogrammetry. I wouldn't be surprised 20 years from now you're actually flying over real satellite data, looking at people in cars riding around in the street in real time. That wouldn't surprise me. Only thing is you don't have any interaction with them. They don't see you. You can see them, you know. Now that would be as real as it gets. Do I use Volanta? I don't even know what that is, Skywise. So I definitely don't use it. Yeah, Austin has his mindset of what he wants, and he's going to do what he wants. That's it, period. You know, X-Plane is his baby, and you don't like it, too bad. You want something, get in line. You know, I've been waiting for networking for years, but the program's that good where, you know, you wait. So, don't like it, make your own simulator, right, as they say? I just don't have that ability. Oh, Loves Point in Lake County, Florida? Yeah. That's pretty cool. I mean, we drove by there. I stopped and took a look, and it's like there's just a row of houses with a row of hangars right next to the house on both sides. And there's a big grass strip that just runs straight down the entire length of them. And that's it. And then there were just signs outside. Private airport, no trespassing, and all that stuff. So, I don't know if it's in operation at night. Probably not. But that's pretty cool. You'd be able to just fly, land, turn around, park it in your hangar, and then go in the house. That's pretty cool. Oh, Flight Radar 24. Oh, yeah. I usually use that to get my my arrival and departure airports. I'll see what they're using in the real world. So I'll go in there and I'll take a look at that. So I'll know what they're using, and then I'll set up my flight accordingly, so I can run it just the way they did in the real world. Yeah, that's a cool program. Yeah, they're talking 3D graphics all the way down to the ground. That's going to be interesting. The physics is going to be something to see. I'm going to be interested in seeing what they do with that. It would be nice if I can get my controls dialed in like I have them dialed in with X-Plane. That would be great. And then the only thing missing is Air Manager. If Air Manager can find a way to get these glass screens from PMDG included into their mix, it would be perfect. Because then I wouldn't have to worry about running 7 monitors off of one computer. Right, I could just run the 3 and then run the other 4 off a separate computer for my glass screens. That would be ideal. That, and then get the flight illusion gauges set up on Air Manager as well. That would be a grand slam, home run, the best of both worlds. I mean, at least as far as I'm concerned. Right now, I actually have to change 1, 2, 3, 5 cables to switch between X-Plane and 2020. Usually pretty easy, but the last go around, my monitors got screwed up and I had to use Pop-Out Panel Manager and reset them again. But usually it's pretty good. It's usually just simple. 3 plugins out of the 2 side computers and my main computer that runs the glass screens, and just put it into 2020. That's it. And then just reboot the computer. So I'm tempted to get set up for 2020 again, but 2024 is just so close, right around the corner. It's like, do I want to just keep flying, enjoy X-Plane, and then just wait for 2024? I'm not sure. You know, I may end up back in 2020 tomorrow. Who knows? I changed my mind like that. What are we looking at here? 20 miles top of descent. They are back in their seats. And we are good down to, where are we coming up on? We're not on that chart for a bit. But let's bring it up anyway. And we're good down to 18. So we're not going to be on that chart. You see TOREO here in the corner, upper left-hand side. That's not to scale, as you can see. So we're not going to pop up until we're well on our way into Muto. And we need to be 250 at 16. And we checked all this before we left, so that's all looking pretty good. So, what we can do, since I know we're going to run the same ride they did in the real world, and we're using 4 left ILS-Z, let's put this in. And refer to minimums. Okay, elevation is 7362. Right. Yep, that is good. 45. 45. 109.3. 109.3. That's all looking pretty good. And on a mist, climb on track 45. Continue. Left at Benix. And we're holding at 10.7. And that is already in. Yes, at Benix. All right. That is looking pretty good. And we're on our way down. That's an hour 27 minutes. And let's bring you back. All right, what are we looking at? We got 128 miles to go. That's an hour and 27 minutes from the gate, hour and 20 minutes from the runway, and they did this ride in an hour and 39 minutes in the real world. Viva Aerobus, although we're running it in Boeing. So we'll see just how close we come to that. Let's see. Yeah, that would be nice. Desert. Yeah, I'll tell you, Max, the weather and the clouds look phenomenal. I know who did the work in there, but they really did a great job. Oh, you just found it, 97 FL? That's what it is? That's, yeah, you know what? I'm going to go take a look at that on Google Earth. Get like an overhead shot, take a look at the houses and all that. That's definitely pretty cool. Oh, the A320 Skywise? Nice. Oh, Pat put his latest video up from today? Cool. He's getting close. He's getting close. I think he's got his pedestal, throttle quad, a seat, and a few items. But I know he was working on his computers, getting them upgraded to 11, and then running his checks to make sure that they're running at top performance. So he's getting close. He's definitely getting close. Thanks, Max. I appreciate that. Oh, a helicopter. Virtual. Fantastic, yeah. It certainly is. From in here, sitting in here, I wish I could give it to you at the resolution I see it. You only get it at 1080p because that's all the camera does. But, yeah, it's pretty cool in here. I enjoy every minute I get to spend in here. A lot of people are responsible for making this happen. There you go. There's an hour and a half from the gate. And we've got 110 miles to go. The longest I've done, well, I haven't sat in here the entire ride. I've done some stability tests where I ran from New York to LA. So, and I'll just let the simulator run. I'm not sitting in here the whole time, but I think we just got a weather update there. But yeah, that's the longest that I've run it and haven't had any issues.
Center, good morning, Falcon 114 Bravo Delta 16300.
The I flew the iFly 737NG a long time ago. Matter of fact, I think they have my flow and checklist on their website there, where they have their online forum and their chat. Long time ago. That was a while ago. All right, above 18, and then we're good 16 at Amuto. And at Sanjo, we should have 10.5 on the fuel with 10.5. And we're coming down beautifully. And we are 100 miles to go here. Yeah, look at it. I don't know, the mountain's getting hit with some air, or we're getting some weather updates. I thought that X-Plane was supposed to get rid of those sudden weather updates, if that's what this is. Thought that was supposed to be fixed and everything was supposed to be gradual. It definitely doesn't feel gradual. Alright, so we're inbound TOREO, and that puts us on the arrival chart once we pass that. We're descending to 23,300. We need to be above 18. And all in all, it's a pretty good ride. I'm not noticing any porpoising effect here at all. So this is looking pretty good. But it was really noticeable once you started deploying flaps. So we'll see if that porpoising effect starts taking over once we start putting flaps out. If not, then 4.0232 is a keeper. And let's come down. 16 is next. That should hold us at 18 until we pass. Oh, the iFly Max is free from iFly? That's interesting. Man, what a great view. Got a view out to the horizon. Nothing to see but mountains, though. But beautiful view. What are we looking at here? We've got 88 miles to go now. We should be in about 20 minutes. Oh, the A380 is free. Oh, okay. Wow, that's pretty cool. Was that a documentary movie? I'm surprised I didn't see that. All right, let's go to standard pressure here. Let's pay attention, shall we? We're above 18 and we just passed TOREO, so we're looking pretty good. We're good down to 16 and 16, 16, 16 all the way around. And what are we looking at here? I'm looking at the wrong page. That's why. I'm going like that. Don't look right. I'm looking at the wrong page. 16 and then 11. All right. So let's see if she holds. She should hold. She should hold at 16. And we should slow to 250 as well. Here we go. We're just starting to slow now. was a movie, but it was based on true story. Oh, okay, I thought it might have been a documentary. I'm like, wait a minute, how would I not see that? Because I spend a lot of time on the History Channel, Learning Channel, the NASA Channel, Discovery Channel, things like that. Ah, we're on that chart now. A little fast though. We should have been at 250 passing over Muto though. But I won't say anything if you won't. Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. Not at all. And we should be slowing to 230 now. 63. Oh no, pretty good. I really haven't noticed any porpoising effect. So, but we're holding at 16 now, so.
1974 Bay, wind 100 degrees, knots,
So we got 10 minutes to get in, and then we're late. And we got 66 miles to go. So that's an hour 37 from the gate, hour 29 from the runway. So we got 10 minutes to get in. When, hey, if I was one of the monkeys, I'd be grabbing a parachute myself. Hey, who knows? Maybe that's who Bigfoot is. Maybe they're the ones that survived out of these nuclear planes that are all been distorted and changed and had their DNA altered. Maybe that's where Bigfoot comes from. What a great view. Y'all have my pizza in a little while. I'm in a hurry. How about we get set up here? That's good, that's good, that's good, that's good, that's good. You're set. You'll be coming up now. We can set you. We haven't needed any drag yet either, so pretty good. Is there a way that you could feed your flight simulator view screens to YouTube? You mean the ones on the side here? Because the one that you see here on the left is actually that one there that I'm able to switch depending on what I'm doing. I can give you the load data sheet, the electronic flight bag. I can give you the map display. I can switch between all of them. In the beginning of the flight, I can give you the CDU here as well. Here we have the load data sheet for this ride. Yeah, I can run through all this stuff. So as I'm programming the flight management computer, you can actually follow along. I can also give you the electronic flight bag from the mod, and then the charts. Only bad thing is I can't have this plugged in. It's plugged into the computer, so I'm actually draining the battery. So every now and then when I forget to plug this back in, then I can't do a flight because I can't give you the data. I used to have a front view that I could give you there as well, but that camera's not hooked up. There was a camera up on the top. It was a little cheapo, but the view wasn't all that great. It looked okay for at night, but everything is pretty much washed out in the daytime. So 10-1, 10-1 on the fuel. We're looking at 9.6 when we get in. It's not going to be a problem. And we got 48 miles to go. You're coming down beautifully. All right, what do we sit at now? Yeah, we're sitting perfect. Beautiful. Temperature is fine as well. Oil temperature, pressure, quantity, vibration, EGT, all that's fine. Looking pretty good. I'm already on terrain. And we're pretty much configured, just waiting to get on in. Oh, the left and right windows? Yeah, I would actually have to move the camera. I just have the one camera. The other one is actually mounted on top of the deck, which isn't all that great. But it would be. I have another version of MS-20. I mean of XPlane that I could run from the server. I don't know if I could give you a view and take over the chart. Get rid of the chart and then give you the forward view on the way in. Might be able to do that. Not sure. All right, so we don't need any of that stuff. Let me have that back again. What a great view. This has been a great ride. Now we're going to be inbound Inbree and then Naden. We got 5 minutes to touchdown and then we're late. SI chatter is great. SayIntentions. I use SayIntentions in combination with XATC chat. I use the two of them together. It got a little mixed up this ride. The only reason why I'm not using it right now. But we started out with using SayIntentions, but it kept telling me to contact ground, even though there was no ground frequency on the back end. So I got to let Brian know on Discord when I get done with this ride. So, but I like using the two of them together. So they control me, and then I also have background ATC in between. So it works out pretty good. Oh, CJ4 sim, nice. There you go. Yeah, you got to put your link here. Let everybody know where your web page is, or your YouTube page. SayIntentions, I have a yearly subscription to SayIntentions AI. I bought that immediately. I purchased for the month because I wanted to try it just to see how good it was. And before the month was even up, I was in touch with Brian. I wanted to switch over to the yearly subscription. And then they came down with that price change. So I think he actually gave me some additional time for nothing, I believe. But I'm signed up for the year now. In my opinion, that program should definitely be Flight Sim Product of the Year for 2024. No doubt about it. It's amazing. The amount of realism that it adds into the mix from one program it's truly amazing. Between ATC, the flight crew, ground crew, everything else that's going on, absolutely amazing. I think it's worth every penny. That's why I purchased for the year. I save a few dollars. Those are my 2 yearly purchases. Navigraph and SayIntentions. That would be nice, Jim. If they can do that, that would be great. Oh yeah, we're very spoiled, Max. There ain't no doubt about it, man. But I started way back when in 1985, so I know what it's like flying around with 4 colors and stick figures. And 9 after that, above 11. And then, let's have a look here. And what are we holding at? 10.7? And we're going to a buck 70.
Good morning, Spirit Wings, 150, 5.8, climbing 10,000.
This has been a beautiful ride from the mod. I really haven't noticed any porpoising effect. So I think this one's going to be a keeper so far. We'll see when we start putting out the flaps if that changes. But so far this has been far better than any of the other revisions that I've had. So, and that's 4.02.32. And we're inbound Natum. So we're going to be slowing to 210 above 11. What are we coming in at here? This ride, we're coming in at a buck 46. You know what? Let's start slowing down, shall we? Let's enjoy the view. And let me bring up that chart now. 4 left, the ILS-Z I said we had, and we're on there already. Beautiful run. No, I don't get any money from YouTube. No, I'm not interested in any of that stuff. No, I don't want any money. You start getting into money, then you start having to worry about the IRS and everything else. And I'm disabled, so I don't need the grief from my retirement packages telling me, hey, you're making money. You know, we're going to mess with your benefits now. So, yeah, I don't need that grief.
Number 601, Charlie Foxtrot Center, good morning. Maintain VFR, blanking out, 3009.
All right, let's go to 1. Let's start slowing up here. Really enjoy this. Oh, I think we're taking a shortcut here, Louis. Oh, you're taking us right in. Okay, we'll do that. That's all right. We'll take that. Go right into 05. It's telling me drag's required. That's an erroneous message. That's not true. All right, and give me 5.
Number 828 Kilo Delta, flying maintain 490.
She's a little off here, and there is a little bit of porpoising. Not much, just a tiny little bit there. But it's way better than what it was. No doubt about it. And we're off a little bit here. We're high. My bird, give me 10 on the flaps. Give me the throttle too. And you know what? Let's slow all the way up. I don't want to have to worry about that. Buck 50, yeah. Give me the gear. Slow us down, Johnny. Let's make this up. Let's make this up. Be 15. And let me have the airport now. Watch that speed, Louis. Be 25. And 30. It's a pretty cool view. So all in all, I think this is going to be a keeper. This is probably one of the better ones that have been put out in a while from Zibo. So I think I'm going to keep this one. And we've got what? 04 left. We got 04 left. All Alright, we're at 10 here. You're up. Looking pretty good. And we have lights, engine start selectors, auto brake, speed brake, landing gear, flaps, and they have been notified. And we want 4 left. I don't know what that other runway is there. Watch yourself there, Louis. And we can come over and give you that view there. We're a little high. Yeah, coming into it nicely. 7 knot headwind, not bad. So we're 4 minutes, 5 minutes late. Oops. We're 5 minutes late. Oh, that's pretty cool. We got a train going by. Continue. Prepare for landing. Another beautiful ride. And we're 5 minutes late. What a beautiful run. All right, we'll take A8. I hope you enjoyed that ride. That was a good one from Zibo Mod. Definitely a keeper. So that's hour 45 minutes runway to runway. So we're a few minutes late. And we're waiting on APU. Yeah, we're not going to use SayIntentions on the way in. And we want Bravo. And we'll get a minute on the clock and then we'll switch over to that. And let's bank her right here.
United 855, contact 128, decimal 1.
And we can shut down number 2. And we will take that. Let's have a peek. We are going to be making the next left here. Pay attention, Louis. Pay attention, Louis. And we got this all the way down to hotel, yes. Not much to see here at this airport, huh? Wide open, but not much to see. I thought there'd be more aircraft out here moving around with traffic global, but doesn't look like it at all. All right, what are we looking at here on the way in? Exterior lights as needed. We are good. APU. Yeah, APU is up and running. Your damper switch is off. Window heat switches are off. Yes, yeah, and yes. Probe heat switches are off. Engine wing anti-ice are off. Auto brake is off. Speed brake is down. Transponders TA auto. And weather radar is set to test. That's all looking pretty good. Alright, we're down to hotel and then we're hanging all right. No, oh, I'm not paying attention here. I'm down here reading what you're saying. I'm not paying attention. No, I'm probably not going to get another ride in tonight. More than likely. I didn't eat dinner yet. It's going on 8 o'clock here. I'm surprised my wife hasn't been in again to grab me. If I don't eat, I get low blood sugar, and then she gets a little crazy. And we have gate 112, I believe. Yeah, we have 112. It's a little ways in.
2185 contact approach on 100.4.
We got this ride coming up here. Oh, I'm glad you stopped by, pulling chocks, man. That another great run. This is a pretty good one. Couple of issues with SayIntentions. I'll go put that out next and let them know.
Jet 952, contact the final approach on 11975.
11975, Sergeant 952,
Yes, amigo.
Oh yeah, I guess there's not much to this airport, huh? I think I probably found an airport in XPlane12 that wasn't built up all that great. Usually the default airports look pretty decent. This is one that definitely does not. Pretty vacant. Doesn't look like there's anything here except the building and some runways. Yeah.
Confirm direct to Almas, American 1303. That is correct. Proceed direct to Almas and descend via star to 1000. Direct Almas and via star to 1000, American 1303.
Yeah, there are no markings here at all.
1303, contact final approach.
112 is a little ways in here, but there are no markings at all.
Today, American 1303.
Control, Delta 1972, passing 1125 for 180.
Alright, we're going to take this bad boy right here.
Flight level 320. Delta 1972, unrestricted 320. Delta 1972, contact Canada Control 124, tomorrow 150. Delta 1972, Canada Control 124.1, 20.
Alright. I don't know how that was on. Interesting. Let him run around. Alright, everybody. I hope you enjoyed that ride. I had a blast as usual. I'm going to lose that screen now, so you're probably going to be stuck on those screens. Let's bring this up. This doesn't work on the back end for my lower monitor for some reason. Ground surfaces used, set chocks, ASU, doors, you. Alright. Chocks are in position. We can lose the brake. Ground power is available. Confirm that we are on ground power. And we'll switch over to you. You can come off, and you're going to standby. Let's have a peek here. Electrical power, APU or ground, we're on ground power. Bleed panel. We are set for unconditioned air now, are we? Oh, no, we're not. You set for overnight, Johnny.
American 2227 request.
Fuel levers are cut off. Anti-collision light is off. Passenger signs are off. Fuel pump switches are off. Electrical panel check set. Galley power is off. Window heat switches are off. Oh, you forgot your pumps again there, Louis. Hydraulic pumps, electric 2 and 1 are off now. Exterior lights as needed. We have position lights. Flight director switches are off. Chocks in position. Parking brake is off. I don't think I'm going to get another ride in here, so let's shut it down completely. IRS select is to off. Emergency exit lights are off. Exterior lights are off. Bleed air panel set. That is set. And engine start select is to both. APU or ground disconnect. We'll disconnect ground. We'll take our AC/DC selectors to standby and battery switch off. Alright, everybody. Again, I hope you enjoyed that run. I always have a blast when I'm in here. Everybody that was here, wow, there's going to be a lot of people, man. Skywise, pulling chocks, Reality, Max, there's a whole ton of people in here. Johnny Bravo, Desert. I mean, if I missed you, I'm sorry, but we had a really great crowd today. McFloppy, pulling chocks, I think I grabbed you already. McPFPV, I think I missed you in there as well. I always enjoy the company, you know, when I'm in here flying around, especially at cruise, because it does get a little bit boring. So I always enjoy the company, so I appreciate you stopping by and chatting along the way. All right, everybody, I'll catch you on my next run. Don't know where it's going to be, but I'm going to get a ride in tomorrow, I hope. All right, everybody, take care. I'll catch you on my next run.